Holy fucking
hold it like this.
shit. If you like dogs and you like beer, you're probably going to love this fucking podcast. Alli, Joey, in the studio. We're talking Biggies Bullies. Welcome to A Great Depression, a podcast for every mall rat. Both, well, you're definitely a fucking mall rat.
Definitely.
Yeah.
JanSport wearing.
JanSport backpacks.
I still have mine from high school.
Awesome. Oh, that's right. You do have a
Yeah.
JanSport. Literally
It's
have
rough,
a JanSport
but
backpack.
it's from high school.
Yeah.
Like, you
Emo
wore it
kids.
in high school?
Yeah.
Emo kids, obviously. Struggling with the boredoms of everyday adult life. Hit the fucking music. Today we are broadcasting from the Union Fitness Studios. Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym. It's a place where you can transform yourself inside and out based around a variety of classes like fitness, yoga, strength, and performance training. At Union Fitness, they believe it is their duty to hold themselves and their clients to a higher standard. They practice what they preach and uphold the values that make Union Fitness the community that it is. Go to unionfitness.com today and sign up for a consultation through Union. There is...
Strength.
Wait, where's strength? Strength.
Am I supposed to flex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at those.
You can come here and get big muscles.
You don't
Big
even
muscles.
like beer. I just keep thinking about how you don't
I
even
do.
like beer.
I just picked up some good sours from Grist House.
Wait. Who doesn't like beer?
Me.
Joey.
Yeah, he's a
For
punk.
1 year, I did not drink completely, but
You
that's
make
since
fun
changed.
of drinking posts all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Because I drink a couple beers and I'm good.
He's a lightweight and
I-
a
Yes.
pansy.
But that means I don't have to buy it very much.
I
Fair.
don't think that's fair.
I
That's
do.
fair.
That
I
is-
don't think
I
I don't
think-
think that gives you a
she's
pass.
105 pounds
Correct. No.
and can drink way more than I
well,
can.
yeah,
That's
she's
very
a real
nice of you.
alcoholic like the rest of us.
Yeah.
I just went camping with a friend and I took a 12-pack of Coors Banquet and I came home with 4 of them. So.
Well, you took the wrong fucking
No,
beer.
I love Coors Banquet.
That is her
I'm
favorite.
actually 93 pounds and I can't drink that much.
You can drink more than I can.
Yeah.
But
You're 93 pounds.
I don't know. It's way me.
of
I could
pure
bench you.
muscle.
Like steel.
That's
Steel,
crazy.
pure
Like
steel.
if I
believe
punch
it.
someone with my knuckles, it's
Like a pit
like
bull.
brass knuckles.
Like a pit bull. Pit
I'm
bulls
a-
are not 90. Well, I guess maybe they are
They
90
are.
pounds. Yeah.
They are.
all my dogs are tougher than me.
Oh, your dog's way more than you. Let's just start with quick plug stuff. That way we can get it out of the way and then just go to the podcast. This weekend will be the Beer Fest. It's at Stage AE, right?
Yep.
And
Outside.
Biggies Bullies is one of the presenting sponsors.
We are the beneficiary of it.
That's right.
So we get a big percentage of the ticket sales, and then we do a big 50-50, and we sell a shit ton of merch.
Awesome. And that's we'll be running around Saturday night, right, Joey?
We'll be there. Yep.
Yep.
Slinging beers.
Slinging beers, maybe
doing
in
anything
crop
Alli
tops.
wants us to do.
And booty shorts.
And booty shorts.
I
We're
can
doing
bring
both.
'em. I have
So
'em.
if you have tickets, good. If you don't,
If you
you're
don't,
gonna miss out.
you're gonna miss out on the go-go dancers,
Yeah.
aka Joey and I.
I also have new crop tops, so we could do
I
crop
saw
tops.
those, yeah.
We're
booty
definitely
shorts.
we're definitely into the crop tops. We could wear our American flag shorts.
Your
Oh,
chubbies.
I'm into that.
Okay, we
Am I
could
allowed
do
to
that.
say brand names? on the
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah. I don't have any
We're-
affiliates other than
Yeah.
Union Fitness.
We're
So Biggies Bullies is what, Alli?
Biggies Bullies is a nonprofit pit bull rescue I started in 2011.
Mhm.
We are foster home based. We more or less pull dogs from cruelty situations and partners. A lot from Detroit for dog fighting purposes. A lot more cruelty happens there, unfortunately.
Bummer.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But we take care of them. We make them fat again, and we place them in homes.
Awesome. And Biggies Bullies has been around since 2011.
Correct.
How long you been pairing with the Beer Fest in Pittsburgh?
I just looked this up yesterday, so I would know this for this question. Like 8 years now.
Yeah.
because 2013 was that
Yeah,
picture you showed us.
2013.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it's 2 a year. There's a summer one,
Right.
and then there's a winter one at Convention Center.
Right.
And it was like pure luck. My board member Julie reached out to them, saw Pittsburgh Beer Fest was coming to Pittsburgh, and was like, "Hey, I'm part of this pit bull rescue. Like, any chance we can have a table there?" And they were like, "Actually, we're looking for a nonprofit to like do this with."
Shit.
And it was just like, and they're our biggest donator twice a year. Like, they're why Biggies happens.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, meant to
Very
be.
So
cool.
keep buying tickets.
Yeah, keep buying tickets, and I mean,
Wear your fucking masks and get vaccinated.
yeah,
So
like-
COVID stop.
Get vaxxed. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Just
dick.
kidding.
There
Do
you
what
go.
you want. Don't cancel me.
yeah, don't cancel me. No, pretty
Get
sure
vaccinated.
90% of this
Just
podcast
get
leans
vaccinated.
liberal. But even still, I'm
For
pretty
that
sure.
10%. Just
I'm pretty sure most of the people that listen to this are vaccinated.
And if they don't, we don't care. Bye.
Or just don't come to Beer Fest if you
Yeah.
don't. That's fine.
Yeah, just buy some merch.
Yeah.
we'll
There's-
we'll
There's
ship
an
it to
online
you.
store.
Yeah, there we
Yep.
go. Perfect.
Easy.
Perfect. We are all wearing Biggies Bullies merch. Alli has a cool tank top on. Joey has a shirt. I'm wearing this one that I designed. Woo! And
I
this
almost wore
really
the tank
cool
top
hat.
version of
No,
that.
we tried to we talked about our outfits this morning.
Thanks
But I
for
wore this to
cluing
work,
me in.
so I didn't. I figured you're gonna wear something.
Yeah, well,
Have to.
this is what I have. I am currently decked out in all of my
Yeah.
Biggies gear. I've
at you,
designed
Sarah.
some of it, but this is all I got. So cool. Biggies Bullies this weekend. Beer Fest tickets still available.
Yes.
Come check out the Biggies Bullies thing if you want to watch Joey and I run around like go-go dancers. Come Saturday night. We'll see you
Unlimited
fucking
beer.
there. Unlimited beers. Unlimited bursts.
You guys have a storefront now.
Oh yeah, talk about the storefront for a second.
So it's our headquarters. It's my marketing person Melissa is there with me. We share an office space, but it's like adoptions happen there. It's right in Allentown on East Warrington.
Yeah, you're part of the Death
Triangle.
Triangle, right? Is it what?
Yeah.
No, what's it? It has a name. Is it the Death Triangle or Triangle of Death or Metal Triangle, Black Metal Triangle or something like that?
Oh yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
Black Forge is there.
Black
we're the,
Forge.
We're the other end. We're not cool yet, or they're forgotten about.
And then there's
No,
that tattoo
I mean
place.
like the second they know you, you're in.
There's that
Yeah.
tattoo place.
So there's the tattoo place.
Smith or something. right?
There's
Uh,
Onion Maiden,
Yep.
and then Weeping Glass,
Yep.
and they're all like
Some
and
cool,
like
yeah.
and
some
like
cool stuff.
Dark Root barbershop.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right,
that is
Dark
there.
Root. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. I forgot about
and then
Dark Root.
Informa Pasta. Amazing.
Nice. So just open up in Allentown.
Yeah, so it's more of like a headquarters. I was sick of having people go to people's houses or have them come to us, and then COVID happened, and we didn't want to go to people's houses
Yeah.
and all that fun stuff. So it's a solid place for our volunteers. They can go to foster homes now, pick the dogs up, be hands on with them, take them there to chill with them, do enrichment training stuff with them. We do all of our meet and greets there. Makes it feel a little bit more official to have a space that's not my
Yeah.
living room
Right.
or all the merch in
In
my
a
basement.
neutral zone.
Yeah.
Can you and this, if you don't know this number off the top of your head, not a big deal. How many dogs has Biggie's?
117.
Wow.
That's awesome.
10
That's
years.
huge. 10 years.
So it's not a
117.
lot a year, but we're taking dogs that people still don't understand or always like pit bulls. For A,
Right.
B, we're taking dogs on that can't always be with other animals. So everyone that wants to foster and actually gives a shit has 5 other fucking dogs.
Right,
so
right.
they can't do it. So it's hard to find the right foster homes. So it's hard to do it in volumes.
Yeah, you guys really vet
Yeah, I'm a
your
control freak for sure.
fosters and make sure they go to the right people, because like the Humane Society, they'll almost give it out to anybody, and
It's hard.
it's hard when they bring them back because of a behavioral issue or something and they're not willing to work with them. Biggies helps with that. Lifetime training.
Yeah.
Forever.
That's cool. I didn't know lifetime training is.
I mean, even Joey, he wants a dog, and I'm like, no, your dog doesn't want a dog. You can't have a
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
So I just ask every time, like,
So he just goes to
hey, can I have that
He
dog?
just goes
And
to
then
other shelters and
Yeah.
tries, and it doesn't work. He just hates me for
Zero's
it.
getting there.
That's
He was very jealous today at the office when my coworker brought his dog in.
Aw.
He felt
Zero.
very left out because he couldn't enjoy it. But he'd probably not be very nice. So
Yeah.
Sad Dogs Club.
What is
Next t-shirt.
training for life mean?
It means we have a solid group of people at Biggie's and a solid group of trainers that we can reach out to anytime that if you're having any issues throughout their entire lifespan, you can contact us and we
Awesome.
will take care of it. A lot of people, they opt to pay for it themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do that, and that's fine. But there's so many good owners that simply just can't afford $500 for 3 classes.
Right.
And it gets insane. And these dogs again are coming from situations where they've lived on a chain their whole life. They've lived in a crate their whole life. They have absolutely no idea how to be a dog, and the real world's scary.
Mm-hmm.
A leaf blows by and they shit themselves. It's terrifying. It takes a long time to get some of them back to normal
Yeah.
and to be dogs. So we always want to make sure there's a support team there with them, so the return rates aren't crazy.
Does that
Not close enough
include
to my face.
medical problems or anything like that?
Yeah, we pay for a lot of dogs after. We have a dog right now that she's had crazy allergies and crazy problems. She has to have surgery this week, and She's been adopted, like amazing owners. There couldn't be a better owner for her, and like it just gets expensive.
Yeah,
like there's
it's
no,
nuts.
especially with COVID. Like we reached out like when COVID happened to all the adopters and like volunteers too. If like you couldn't afford food or you were like in the service industry, etc., like we're here for you. We can take care of you.
Awesome.
Like if we can keep doing things like
Right.
Beer Fest and bringing extra money in, and like that's the plus side of that event is we bring in a smaller number of dogs, but we get to like go long term and long care for every single dog because of the money we bring in.
Fucking no brainer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then there's so many different outlets, right? They do
Yeah.
tons of different events. Places like Streets on Carson has one of those like virtual tip jars.
Tip jar.
A lot of people
shout
don't
out.
know you can do the Amazon Prime a portion. You can assign it to a charity.
Oh yeah,
And
Smile.
Biggies is one of those, and now you can do it on the app, so it's super easy. It like donates whatever you're gonna buy a bunch of stuff on Amazon anyways. I might as well donate a percentage to a charity, and
Yeah.
Biggies is available for that.
Very good. Very good. What
All
else?
kinds of secret things.
What else, Biggies? Before we get off and ramble about other dumb shit.
The other events,
We have. Do you have dates? You got dates for
I
me?
don't.
We have. All right, hold on. All right, let me be an adult.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have Beer Fest, August 13th, 14th.
Yep.
We have the pit. I think the next one. Don't hate me, guys.
No,
There's
take your
Veg
time.
Fest.
Veg Fest, August 21st.
There's the Punk Flea Market.
Pittsburgh Punk Flea Market, August 28th, and Four Chord Music Festival,
Four Chord.
September 17th, with Rise Against headlining.
And if could there be a better headliner?
I mean, I love the Ataris.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna marry Chris Rowe. To the
Oh,
day.
okay. Good to know. All right, Chris, shout out. You ready?
My AIM screen name was Chris 3 Rowe for like
Oh,
7
boy.
years of my life.
Okay, cool.
Embarrassing.
So, let's dig. You're both giant music people. What are you listening to right now? What's your fucking obsession? Like,
oh, man.
Joey?
So with Four Chord coming up, I mean, so first of all, tons of shows are opening up. Getting tickets for all of them is stressful because there's just so many to get at once.
And they're gonna get
There's
canceled.
like Sad Summer Fest.
Yeah.
You know, there's Neck Deep rescheduled from 2 years ago, that type of thing. But I think right now Bearings is real good for me. They're coming to Four Chord. Neck Deep is always good, even though their their last album's a little bit different, but it's good. Real Friends just announced that they have that new singer. Those 2 songs are killer, so they're gonna be at Four Chord also. Anything really pop punk tickles my fancy,
Sure.
as you
Ugh,
know.
I hate
We
that.
bonded
I
over
hate
4
the
Years
word
Strong.
tickles.
Right.
They're there, right?
Yeah, 4 Years Strong will be at Four Chord also. So
Oh, that's right.
There's
that's
a
right.
lot. It's a good. Rishi's the man. Rishi Ball puts up Four Chord every year, and
Yes.
he is the fucking
Yes.
man. Like it's a great thing every single time. He does it correctly. He cares. Like he was like, I'll make everyone get a COVID test if I have to, and he's like, it's
Yeah.
happening. Like, and like he's pushed it off, and he's done it responsibly, and like, it's a great time.
and
every
now it's at
single
Wild
time.
Things Park, way bigger
Yeah.
venue than Southside
Right.
Soccer Stadium parking lot. So it's gonna be good.
And their band will be there.
Yeah,
Eternal Boy.
Eternal
Yep.
Boy. Yep.
Amazing.
Who
Love
were they
them.
before? Pimp.
Space Pimps.
Space Pimps.
What a great name.
Space Pimps is if you were around the local music scene for any extended amount of time, Space Pimps was a legend that you heard about because they had been around forever and they just never gave up,
Yeah.
and that was the best part. Yeah,
love
Space
it.
Pimps is awesome. And
They
they're-
do some cool stuff. Like, remember we went to La Roche College because that's where he teaches, and we saw
Yep.
State Champs and them and like some
Yeah.
other people
So
in
even
the
with that, like
auditorium or whatever.
he teaches there, and he'll like he had his one students last year do like Biggies Bullies as their nonprofit group, and they
Nice.
built us like business plans and fundraisers,
That's
and
sick.
like
Nice.
had like a night at the college, and like Rishi's just the man.
That's awesome.
He has a pit bull. He had a pit bull before.
His
Love
wife
him.
volunteers with you all the time.
His wife's Kate is how I know him.
Nice.
She's amazing.
Nice.
They're all just pedagogy customers and wonderful people.
What's pedagogy?
Pedagogy is a small pet store that I own with 4 other people. It's like a small healthy pet supply store. So I say like picture Trader Joe's, Whole Foods of the
Mhm.
pet world.
That's
That's us.
pedagogy is where Brody's favorite bed is from. If I we've laid
Who's
out
Brody?
Brody's my pug, they know that. If I lay out all the beds we've bought for him over the years, and
goes
he
to
will
that
go
one.
to that one every time. That's his favorite. That's the one that's in my
Flattering.
office. That's his favorite
That's
for
flattering.
sure. Yeah.
That's flattering.
So yeah, pedagogy got to get high quality
High quality.
dog products.
Great
Yep.
people too.
Also,
Educated as hell.
Yeah.
my favorite product that you introduced me to is the non-hides.
No hides.
Or no hides.
Yes,
Yeah.
Same idea. Yeah.
So, like, raw hides, dogs love them.
Yeah.
But they're really bad for them because they can choke on
Oh,
them, all
correct.
sorts of problems.
they don't digest in their stomachs. It
Right.
just is especially if your dog's like a big gulper, they're just gonna swallow that shit and
Right.
Yep.
you're paying $4,000 in a stomach surgery and it's not fun.
Yeah. So what I love about the no hide is that all that stuff's eliminated and the
Correct.
dog can go nuts on them. You okay?
I can't do the mic. Someone be my adult.
What do you
Somebody
need?
help me. There you
Is
go.
that better?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
You're fine.
Size of my face.
So, but yeah, no hide kind of eliminates that part of the
Yeah.
problem and is super fucking awesome. And I've given them to my dog. I've given them to my mom's dogs, and every time they're like,
Good
yeah,
for
give me
their
that thing.
teeth.
Thank you. Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
It's like chicken gelatin, and pineapple rolled up.
Okay.
Yum.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, it's like
Delish.
and like
Oh.
a preservative.
Cool.
Yeah.
What music are you listening to right now?
I just went to look at my Spotify. So
Go
I
for
can say it, and it's kind of embarrassing.
No. There's no. We played on ADD
right.
radio last month. Bieber,
So much.
I'm not
John
that-
Mayer.
I'm not that kind of embarrassing.
I've put like Hanson on one of these
I,
playlists.
that was
I mean,
one of my first concerts. Was a
Hanson?
big Hanson fan.
Fucking right.
My mom had like just got knee surgery, and we had like third row tickets, and she still came like on fucking crutches
Nice.
and made sure we got there.
That's awesome.
Great parents.
Shout out, mom.
My first thing was Canned Heat.
Canned Heat?
Yeah, like
Uh,
I'm gonna play it.
Well, no, you can't play it. We definitely can't do that. That is definitely a no-no.
Just kidding.
What's
show
Canned
it to
Heat?
the camera.
I can't do that either. I'm scared now. Atmosphere,
Okay.
Rise Against,
Okay.
The Beach Boys,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Macy Gray,
Nice.
and Def Jux Classics, which is
Okay.
like underground hip hop.
Do you know what?
No
I
pop.
I don't think either of you are vinyl people, right?
No.
No.
I
okay.
appreciate it, but I don't
Yeah.
collect or anything like you do.
So I just got like
Too hipsterish for
a
me.
collection of like the Rolling Stones greatest hits essentially, and I threw that on, and like the first two songs are like real early Stones, right? And Anastasia comes downstairs and she's like, "Are you playing the Beatles?" Because I also have a Beatles
You're like,
record.
that's insulting.
Well, no, but I was like, actually, and then like put on my fucking music nerd glasses. I was like, the Stones are often being compared to the Beatles in their early days because they were attempting to copy the sound of the fucking Liverpool sound that the Beatles did, but they're actually from Birmingham, and like just like unloaded on her for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes, and she's like,
Taking it.
could
in.
have just said the Rolling Stones.
So that was my first concert.
Stones.
I was real young.
Nice.
I was probably 5, and my brother was 7. And the dude next to us, like my dad, my mom, my brother, and I, Toronto Stadium, the stadium with like the
Yeah.
thing, the
Yeah.
Overdome,
Yeah,
whatever the hell
the
it's
dome.
called,
Skydome.
Skydome. The dude next to us was smoking a joint, and my brother is like 7 years old and waves a security guard over and tells on him. And my mom like dragged him outside and was like, "You don't
You
snitch."
can't do that.
Oh,
Like, you
no.
know, like, yeah. Then he was like, "You said," he's like, "You said
No.
smoking was bad," and she was just like, "Yeah." It was like I remember
You're
being like,
what a complex to
yeah.
have to deal with at 7.
I remember being like real young and being like, "My brother's a loser."
What's the age difference for you guys?
He's 2 years older than me.
It's just 5-year-old Allie's like, my brother's a loser.
Literally, like I was like, my mom was like, "You don't tell on people."
Oh man.
Yeah, like, let the man smoke. You don't smoke.
Yeah.
Correct.
But
correct.
like, oh my
Just
god.
trying
As
to
an
get a-
adult, it's okay.
Do a good deed.
Oh my god. What was your
That's
first
like my
show?
earliest memory.
I think it was either Blink-182
Mm-hmm.
that I went to with some friends. My dad took me, or it was a music festival called Lunatic Luau, also at the same place that my dad took me to. It was like All That Remains, Shadows Fall, like that type of thing. So like that's where I saw
Did
like
you
my
wear
first
the-
mosh pit.
So you
and-
were older.
a little bit, yes.
Yeah,
Not real
okay.
young. And then my first like I would say real show was like Devil Wears Prada,
Sweet.
which was phenomenal. And
You're-
you know, you went into school the next day like not being able to hear and super
Yeah.
tired.
yeah.
And you like wore your concert shirt because of course
Right.
you just went to the show.
Right.
So,
It probably smelled so bad.
well, I didn't wear it at the show. I'm not that type of person.
No, but it's like that vinegar smell, just like
Yeah.
fresh out the box.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Wash
yeah.
it.
Are you ready for this?
Let's
Mine
hear
was
it.
Weird Al.
That's pretty awesome.
Right?
I loved him when I was younger.
Pretty awesome.
I downloaded
He freaks
so
me
many
out.
of
I
his
never got
songs.
into it.
That was the White and Nerdy song had just come out. That was
Nice.
yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 31. She's doing math right now.
I'm 32. I'm 32.
You're
but
not so old.
I'm not so old. My mom took
so
us to crazy
young.
concerts.
Yeah, that was my mom was ride or die. Like whatever the show was, she didn't care. She was going
Yep.
so that we could experience live music. It was like a must thing.
Yeah, no,
it was
it's
really
cool,
cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
No, we did like Paul McCartney a few times, Madison Square
Ooh.
Garden,
Oh,
Neil Diamond, Rod Stewart, like just old stuff. And I was just mad
Fuck
young, so I didn't
yeah.
like appreciate it then.
right.
And now I remember being like, Rod Stewart kicked a balloon at me, and I kept it in my closet for like 6 years. And like, I thought he was like an old lady. Like I had an aunt that had that similar haircut, and I just thought like
I could see
didn't
where
understand.
Rod
Yeah.
Stewart at that point in time, you're like,
His
I mean,
pants
he's
were
up there
so
singing
tight.
about hot legs and shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, he must be old.
It
Old
was like,
lady.
I just remember like 40, 50-year-old women like got on stage and started
Oh,
singing
yeah.
with him. My mom was just like, "That's awesome!"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's fucking
Rod
crazy.
Stewart,
We got to see Floyd with my mom,
awesome.
Rush, Queen.
That's amazing.
It was with when Paul Rogers was the lead
So,
singer.
eh.
That kind of sucked, but it was still Queen. Aerosmith, which was one of her favorite bands of all time. So that was like
I
a really
used to
big
cassette
one.
tape Aerosmith to sleep at night.
You used to what?
I had like the Aerosmith single from like
Nice.
Armageddon.
Fuck yeah, same
It
thing.
was like-
And it was like in the paper.
Yeah, and it was one song on each side, and like
Yeah.
I'd wake up and have to like flip it over, and then I'd go back to sleep.
Oh man.
That's awesome. Were you old enough, Joey, to do the record off the radio?
Through cassette, no.
No,
For
okay.
phone ringtones, yes.
Okay.
For
All right.
phone ringtones.
Yes, but not. I did have cassettes, obviously, but not enough to like.
Okay.
I'm gonna record this off the radio type thing.
That's like
Yep.
there's an embarrassing I'm sure it's destroyed unfortunately, but there's definitely an embarrassing tape of me doing what I do right now as like a 5-year,
That is a good
6-year-old.
That needs to
comparison,
come in.
Yeah, like and like because I had like a little mic that would attach to it, and like I'd be like, "This next song is the Bare Naked Ladies. Get ready, everybody!" And then like, boom, Bare Naked Ladies would come on, but it would be like the tail end of like whatever was on B94 before
yeah.
that.
I saw Bare Naked Ladies.
Fuck
I
yeah!
was in 5th grade. Kevin Welch and his parents took us.
How many fucking shows do you think you've seen?
I don't know.
Yeah, Jesus.
I don't go to. I haven't been to shows in a long time until I hung out with you guys
You've
again.
made
like,
you made
a
up
couple
for it
years
in
ago.
your younger childhood.
Yeah.
That's
My
awesome.
parents were cool. I wasn't that cool.
And your brother obviously not
No.
cool.
Not a
Totally
Not cool at all.
He's
Big snitch.
probably a Dave Matthews Band kind of guy.
Oh no!
Nickelback.
He did, in his defense, show me Newfound Glory, though.
Well,
Because we had a cooler neighbor,
All right.
Matt Mahar, thank God, that showed him it.
Okay.
But he's definitely a Dave Matthews Band kind of guy.
Why is like
Why is that an insult?
why is that such a polarizing band? Like they're pretty harmless at
They
the at
are.
the end of the day.
same
Like,
with Nickelback. They have some bangers,
No.
but
Yeah.
like
yeah,
guilty pleasure, sure.
Ugh,
right.
Nickelback.
But I think Nickelback is like it's a joke. Like
Yeah.
people like love Dave Matthews Band and people hate Dave Matthews.
I don't
Yeah.
even like hate it. It's just like it describes a certain type of
Person,
person.
yeah.
It's like a good adjective.
But I'm also it's describing me. But I don't like Dave Matthews Band. Like I'm wearing Crocs right now. Like what are we doing here? I have fucking
It's fine.
terry cloth
I-
shorts on.
I
Like
purposely didn't wear my Birks. My business partner the other day was like, "Yeah, I can't get down with that yet." As I
What
wore
the
socks and
fuck?
Birks into the store.
Why not?
Don't know till you try it.
So comfortable.
Why just be comfortable? Yeah.
So comfortable.
that was
I mean, okay, so
That's why
what?
we're all wearing
because of the
Biggies
previous
clothes.
episode, I just have to shout out Aldi as the greatest all-time store.
okay.
I also got some
Uh-huh.
Aldi Birks
He's
that are
screaming now.
fantastic.
He's very excited.
Way better than anything else. You know, Aldi is up here.
You've gotten a lot of
Giant
weird
Eagle's
shit
down
at Aldi.
here. Trader Joe's can't be compared. Trader Joe's is great by itself, but you can't compare it to Aldi. It's not
Trader
the same
Joe's
thing.
is like this can of beans for 9 months, then we'll never fucking have it again.
That's true.
And we'll charge you extra
that's
for it.
that's absolutely true.
I hate it. They're the
But-
best vegan chili I've ever had. It's just gone forever.
Oh,
Aldi
no.
does that too. They'll carry something good, and you're like, sweet, I'm going to get that next week, and then it's gone. You're like, I guess not.
Is your bacon wrapped steak still there?
I had them last night, actually. Last night, grilled them up.
It's disgusting.
What side do you land on, Allie?
For a grocery store?
Yeah, of the debate of Trader Joe's Aldi.
I can
But
get
I don't think they can be compared.
I can get like 6 things in Trader Joe's, and I'm like, did I get what's a lentil? Like, I don't understand. Like, what did I walk out of here with? Like, I got oats. I don't eat oats. Like, I just wanted to play with the machine. Like, I don't get it. So like, I have to go to places like Aldi's because like, I'm like, oh, I can heat that up.
Yeah.
Chicken in the red bag.
Oh,
Fire.
yes.
Fire.
I also
Put in the
love.
air fryer. Premium.
She said it correctly. Did you hear how she pronounced it?
What?
Aldi's.
Aldi's, yes.
There's an S on the end of it in
Correct.
Pittsburgh.
Correct.
Yes.
Everywhere else, it's just Aldi.
No,
but
it's
here,
Aldi's.
Aldi's.
It is actually.
I am from Olean, New
Yeah, I
York. I know
guess.
how to speak not Yinzer language.
So they have a sister store back home called Lidl.
What?
Lidl. Has a fucking.
All
Now,
I
are
can
you-
think about is Patrick Lidl.
Are you sure it's not Lido's?
Lidl's.
Is there an S on it?
No, there's
Are
not.
you positive?
I was probably
It's a sister
Lidl's.
company though. They have a bakery. They have like Walmart type, like
Yeah.
variety like tools and random
Oh,
stuff that
okay.
you don't need that you're
Yeah.
gonna buy because it's a killer price.
Tools? There's
Yeah.
tools. Didn't you buy
It's a
like a
killer
lawnmower once at
He
Aldi?
buys everything at fucking Aldi.
I swear you guys.
I don't have a lawnmower. I bought a grill. I bought my mattress,
Your
king
mattress,
size memory foam,
your
Your
pillows.
the fire pit thing.
No.
Oh, that wasn't Aldi?
That was at home.
That was just my joke.
Yeah.
Like I went in for
I
chicken
did send
dip and
one
it
to
came out for a
Dan,
mattress.
Yeah.
but he had already built one. What
Damn.
else? Air fryer, pressure cooker,
Everything.
anything.
Bergenstocks.
Burks, yeah.
Yeah.
$10,
Aren't they-
maybe $8.
Are they real Burks?
No, they're
It's-
Aldi's Burks.
It's funny. So Jesse, who jumped in the comments, like accosted me yesterday at the gym. She's like, "I got a bone to pick with you," just
Over what?
over the Aldi
Aldi.
Trader Joe debate. And-
Karen Max said Trader Joe's was
There's just
up there.
there's just more groceries at Aldi's.
Well,
I don't
that's
think
why I don't
there
think they
is
can be
more
compared.
groceries at Aldi.
Trader Joe's is great. They have
Trader Joe's
great
is just
food,
confusing.
organic stuff, but like it would have to be
It's too
Aldi
much for
Giant
my
Eagle.
So
Aldi's cheap too.
here's
I live in Beachview. I just shop at Las Palmas because I can also get a pinata when I'm done shopping.
Pinata.
and that's really where you should shop.
Yeah, do you know how exciting it is just to get drunk on a Friday night and have a pinata laying around?
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
Just
It's a
knowing
great
that
thing.
you have a pinata for later.
You guys want to play cards? No, but I have a
We got a
fucking pinata.
Can you
Fill it with some
can you supply a
Oreos.
pinata for Beer Fest?
I've been
Yes, that's so dangerous. You've seen how dangerous.
Well, we can make them pay for it.
That's
I have been
A
collecting
raffle to hit the pinata.
comments to make into a commercial. That's the lead one. Podcast for mall wretches, we're backpack emo kids, struggle with the boards every day, low light, a little bit of music, and then Allie going, you know how fun it is to get drunk on a Friday and have a pinata laying around?
There have been so many different like designs too.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
And everything's
Local
so cheap
pinata
there. And there's
supplier.
fresh tacos. Like you walk out, you get your
Yeah, that's
groceries,
right.
put your groceries away, you go over and get tacos to go
Real
for dinner.
tacos
Do
too.
they have
Real
badass?
tacos.
Do they
Not
have
made by
badass
white
pizza
boys.
too? Don't they
I've
have
never
pizza?
had their pizza. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure that
could be a
place
thing.
also has fucking pizza because people are like, you gotta go.
Well,
Las Palmas?
sounds like that's the
Mhm.
next
Huh.
episode.
Maybe the Brookline one does.
Oh, maybe it is Brookline.
I'm like the offshoot one.
Yeah, that's all right.
Little baby store.
Oh my
better.
god. No, so Jesse accosted me and was like, "You don't even know because you've never made a charcuterie board." That was her that was her flag for Aldi that she
They have a
stuck
whole
into the
end
ground.
aisle for
Yeah.
charcuterie at one point.
Yeah.
There was a
So-
meme today that was like, yeah, leave that cheese and meat out in the heat. That should be cold. Can't wait to eat it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. Like, fuck those boards. I'm not down with it.
That was one of the things we carried with us on the bike trip was just
Cheese
a
and
block
meats.
of cheese and a tube
Yep.
of salami because it doesn't need to be like
Yeah.
that didn't need refrigerated.
Yeah.
So we're just like, all
And
right,
it has
cool.
the right,
Yeah, I need to know
stuff
how
you
you
need in it.
Yeah.
found Paw Paw Tunnel because I camped there. Like I camped like in Green Ridge State Forest.
Okay.
And like in my truck though, so like we did
Yeah.
like the 4x4 trails and
Yeah.
like camped there.
Yeah.
And then I took like the 4x4 trail to Paw Paw, and it was not. I never found a tunnel.
You were on top of
Never.
it.
I don't know how to get under it though.
Wait,
and
so
then I
what
followed like
happened
Google's
when,
maps to it, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't find it.
I
did
know
you guys
exactly
like
where
make
you
it
were.
through or something? Like part of it was closed, Anna said, or you
So
walked through?
Did you see the dead man with the coins?
no, that's what My grandma's like, did you see any ghosts? I'm like, no, I didn't see any fucking ghosts.
That's why I went there. Like, I went there to camp to find haunted shit, and then I couldn't find the fucking tunnel. Like, I spent 24 hours, like, trying to find this
So
tunnel.
the Pawpaw Tunnel is, for everyone's like, what the fuck is the Pawpaw Tunnel? Is on the C&O Canal, like, trail, which is a bike trail, also apparently a 4x4 trail, a hiking trail, all this kind of stuff.
It's in like a 44,000 acre forest.
And so it was built back in the day as a way to get through this mountain, continue the canal, and actually the tunnel was supposed to stretch to fucking Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Which is
Can you
crazy.
imagine?
No.
Oh my god.
I mean, I wrote it.
Is there enough mountain to even get that far?
No.
So
I don't know why. I don't know. But here's the best part of this whole thing.
Over it.
So,
Just fake mountain.
so originally they hired the Irish to do it. Okay? And the Irish are like, yeah, we'll fucking do it. They're hammered every fucking day. They're like way behind schedule because they're too trashed to fucking keep their shit together, right? Then they bring in Welsh, English, and I want to say Italian, some other immigrants, right, to like speed up the process. It further delays because the Irish keep trying to fight all of them.
Oh my god.
So they eventually, like, the Pawpaw Tunnel is considered like a modern marvel because of the era it was built in and like what it did. But it took way longer than anybody could have ever imagined because the Irish were just like, we drink it, fight.
So
hey.
funny. That's
I was
amazing.
Like, my people.
But there's like a robbery in it or something. Like a guy was like one of the tunnel workers.
Oh yeah.
Stole gold or something.
Okay.
Back in the day, and they killed him
in the tunnel.
Out there.
And now it's like the haunted Pawpaw Tunnel.
So
that's my haunted voice.
It's pretty creepy.
Is it?
It's pretty creepy because there's all the other tunnels on the Gap and the C&O light up as you go through them.
Not that one.
And that one you have to go through on your own with your headlamp or your bike light, and you can't ride through it. It's the only one you have to walk through.
Or you
physically could not ride through it.
Okay.
So so you're like really forced to like slow down and walk through it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, but it's really
dark.
uneven and like it's really weird because you can see the other side. So you're like, oh, it's not that far, but it's deceptively long.
Would it have been creepier had you known there was known for ghosts?
So it's really interesting. I am sensitive to ghosts.
Okay, so if it's like I believe if things are already in your head, you have a more or less biased chance. So
I
I'm
agree.
Very curious to hear.
I agree, and I got cold in the tunnel, but I didn't feel.
Yeah, you're underground.
But that's
whatever.
Like fair as well.
Yeah,
but
science.
When we were in Cumberland, we were staying in a 200-year-old house.
Ooh.
And you felt
it was loud.
You're like I was real cold.
It was loud.
Okay.
Like I turned the TV off to go to bed. Anastasia was already asleep, and I like felt claustrophobic.
Mhm.
Like I was getting like flashes of lights and shit in my eyes, and I'm like, okay, TV back on.
Yep.
This is how we're going to bed tonight.
Do you ever take pictures when you're in those spots? Because you know, like sometimes they only appear in photos, so you like take a picture of every different part of the room or something, and then you know.
Oh look at him pulling his photos.
Let's go
out.
look.
Sometimes things show up, not always, but it's a method of.
I
hear full dinner parties happening in my living room when I'm sleeping, and I run out every night, and there's nothing ever.
Nice.
And someone always knocks on my door when I'm showering.
So we just moved the house we moved out of. Did I tell you about it?
I don't know.
So we just moved out of a house, and I guess I didn't take any in the Pawpaw. Interesting.
Or did you when they're gone?
Because like I have pictures from inside of all the other tunnels, but not the Pawpaw.
It was also very dark in there, so maybe you didn't try.
You're probably,
I could have taken
focusing a little more on getting through.
Wait till I get my reels back.
Because
I had my taking it with my film, and then that's we'll just see some dude like some Irish guy like
If you pull it up, they have like an illustration like of the dude.
Oh, okay,
like,
we're fucking pulling that up.
If you look up Pawpaw Tunnel, there was like drawings.
Pawpaw
Patrol
Tunnel Ghost. Let's click on this.
Maybe not. Maybe I just remember that really creepy fucking face right there.
That top left one has talking about a murder.
Looking back,
maybe that's when the Irish were fighting everybody.
I did want to climb these steps and get on top of it.
Oh, those are steps.
But I
didn't want to die.
It wasn't even a die thing. It was a there were a lot of people around, and I didn't want to make anybody else uncomfortable.
How so nice of you.
Well,
You're-
because
what a
like,
nice
Creepy
guy.
tunnels,
I think I just remember that guy. I think I just remember that creepy.
oh yeah, this guy's like,
No,
oh,
that,
this.
yes.
this
Yep.
guy's terrifying.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of us there, so like, I don't think if it was active, it wasn't quiet enough for us to hear anything.
Yeah.
No, it looks
Um,
dark as hell inside.
How do
though.
you even? So there's a stream there, right?
yeah, so because it's a canal, Joey.
Okay.
So like, Civil War times, donkeys and horses would walk alongside the canal and drag boats.
Oh.
That's how they got things up and down where the river was impassable.
Nice.
And on the other side, if you're going, so it's right, it runs literally, the Potomac's on your left, the canal's on your right. And as you're going, like there's parts of the Potomac that like don't even come up to your ankles.
Yeah.
And then there's also parts of the Potomac that have giant waterfalls and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
So it's like
the locks. It's like all the locks.
it's all the locks so that you can pass through it.
Got it.
And it was apparently like a big they fought over it in the Civil War a lot, like
It's
big
a-
piece
it's
of
like,
American
yeah, like
history.
no
That's
one
cool.
like knows about it though.
Pawpaw's
Yeah.
like the tiniest little town too. I think.
Yeah, there's like nothing.
one
there.
time driving to Virginia, there was like a sketchy bridge we went over in Pawpaw, or maybe it
Sounds
was
like
Berkeley
Virginia.
Springs. No, it was like
Sounds-
there.
Did you say it sounds like a vagina?
So it sounds like
Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh!
This real creepy bridge.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty sketchy bridge, but it was cool.
So the house we moved out of,
Haunted.
I had, so it's really, I think I already talked about this on this podcast, but just, it'll be fun. So when we first moved in there, I was like, oh, okay. Like
Mhm.
something's here. And then the first night, I like lucid dream, right? So I'm like in that weird state where like I'm dreaming, but
Okay.
like what'll happen is like I'll be having a conversation with you two, but I'm still sitting in my bed. You
Watching
two are like exactly how I would imagine you now, and then like the bed is behind you, and like Anastasia's sleeping over
Yeah.
here, but you two are like fucking there,
Yeah.
right? So the
Ugh.
first night I wake up, there's a guy standing in the doorway. I'm like, okay, cool, like
I hate that.
he's just
I
chilling.
hate it.
And then I like feel like this really big energy coming from the closet. And I like turn and look, and the closet's just really dark. It's darker than it should be. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's what we're dealing with. This is the house. They're not coming in. They're
Yeah,
not, you
yeah.
know,
Hanging out.
we're good. We're good. And
How brave of you.
right.
Well, has Brody ever like picked up on any of that? Because dogs are
So,
supposed to be able
I
to.
think Brody's just too dumb.
He's a pug in his defense.
Yeah, like he's like
I
Joey,
just had
he
tears in my eyes from hearing about a dark closet. I'm such a little bitch.
I'm sorry.
No, I
so-
love it.
So okay, so let me keep going. So yeah, Brody never picked
Yeah,
up on
okay.
it. So we live in the house for 4 years.
Okay.
Roughly nothing really happens. Sometimes I'm like standing in the kitchen, something moves, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like
yeah,
nothing
nothing crazy.
nothing getting knocked over, nothing
Yeah.
wild. And then when we move out, shit got real loud. Now,
How do you know that?
I would get there. I'll
Okay.
get there. So 2 months before that, Anastasia we keep getting mail to that, or we did keep getting other people's mail to that house.
Okay.
There's something about that address that like it's hard to get it changed in certain systems.
Okay.
And like we've got mail from like 30 like people that are dead
Yeah.
and
yeah.
still
Same,
getting
we-
mail
yeah,
to that
yeah,
house,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, Anastasia just started trying to hunt these people down to be like, "Do you need this? Like,
Yeah,
what
you
what
want
are we
your
doing
mail?"
here?" Yeah. And this woman was like, "Oh no, like I don't even live in Pittsburgh anymore. Like that Highmark insurance card, I don't know why they're sending that." And she goes, "So do you want to talk about the ghosts?"
The lady does.
Yeah, to
Oh.
Anastasia. And
it
Anastasia
feels
goes,
so familiar to my house.
so Anastasia goes, what ghosts? Right? And they go back and forth with this whole conversation, right? And the lady goes, yeah, there's an old coal worker. It was his house originally, and I would see him every night. He'd come up and down the steps, and I'd have my door shut, and he would knock on the door. And I gave him a name. I said, Jim, go to fucking bed. Okay? All right?
Don't
it's
zoom in on
Allie's
me.
crying. Joey's got chills. So she described him to her landlord at the time. Okay. And the landlord's like, "Oh yeah," and shows her a
Photo.
picture,
Oh,
and it's
fuck.
like, "Yep, that's exactly what I've
Ooh.
seen."
Oh my god.
So Anastasia comes into the room and she goes, do you know that this house is haunted, that there's a coal worker and blah, blah, blah? I go, yeah, he stands in the doorway every night. And she's like, shut up! Right? She
You
doesn't.
never told her.
No. Why?
Yeah, I guess. that's
Why?
true.
She ain't seen
mean,
it,
I
so
would.
why
She's not
would you?
seen it. Why
Yep.
fuck with her?
Yep.
And
No,
she
Aaron would have done
knows.
the same thing. He wouldn't have told me that. He would have 100% never have told me that.
Yeah. So like, and people are super. People who are super sensitive, we just kind of become used to this shit.
Yep.
And then like people who aren't sensitive, we start to tell them this shit, they get freaked out,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
They don't know that it can't hurt them, whatever.
Correct.
So anyway, she's like, she's talking about the ghost now for 2 months as we're prepping to move out. We're putting stuff in boxes, blah, 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 blah. The house starts to get really loud. Where I can, so it used
he
to
didn't
be.
want you to leave.
Yeah,
Right.
didn't want any
Because
of it.
you weren't fucking with him.
Right.
That's
So
my biggest fear. I'm never going to leave my house.
he started
can't
coming
leave
up
my
the
ghost.
steps louder.
Was it ever like anything in the basement? Because when I went through there, that was super creepy to me.
The basement, I think, is where the energy from the door came from.
Okay.
Um,
Because like, so you go down to his basement, and then
I
it
love
goes
it.
like under the building next door,
Yeah.
right, to like the second
Okay.
bathroom. But it's like very dark, like this little tunnel-looking thing. It's framed out and everything, but it's creepy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it goes further than you would ever think it would go because it goes underneath.
Yeah, like old Pittsburgh
the next
homes.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So as we're packing up and moving out, like it's getting loud, but it's not aggressive or anything yet. And then the night before we move out, I started taking things off the walls. And all of a sudden I got really dizzy. And I'm like, okay, is this because there's no point of reference in the room anymore because everything's broken down and I'm just not
Is
used to
someone
this?
spinning me?
Or is somebody spinning me?
Yeah.
So I started, and then I did it in another room and I got dizzy again.
Did
I'm
you
like,
feel anything on you?
not yet. So starts spinning. I'm like, okay, we're playing with something we can't deal with.
Yep.
Whatever. And the funniest part is Anastasia still doesn't believe in the ghosts, right? That night she came down, she got dizzy in the living room.
Wow.
Did you have carbon monoxide poisoning?
No.
Yeah.
And
What was
so
leaking?
I always look for the scientific reason first.
Right. So I said to her, I was like, yeah, I got dizzy too. And she's like, well, is something wrong? And I was like, we'll talk about it when we get out of here. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So then the last day we're packing, right? And we're both upstairs. She's packing up her dresser and I'm packing up the other rooms and stuff. And all you hear the entire time is running up and down the steps. Up
she
and
hear
down,
it
up
too?
and down. She heard it. She thought it was me. Wow. She's like, why do you keep going up and down the steps? And I'm like,
Nope.
Nah.
sweetheart, it wasn't
Nope.
me. And the
Oh,
dog doesn't go
man.
up and down the steps by himself. So
Yeah.
like,
No, yeah, he's he old.
and so every time I would walk and I would look down the steps, it wasn't the miner, but it was the other energy. And it was just big.
Black.
And he blocked out the sun. That would like come
I
in
don't like
into
that.
the yeah.
I
And
don't
I
like
was just
that
like,
at all.
here was me. Like, oh wait, hang on, let me get to
Hi.
my camera. So here's me walking. Like every time I walk back and forth and look down the steps, I'd be like,
Carry on.
just like keep going. I'm like, oh boy, he's big.
Ugh,
But yeah, it was really loud.
So then, do you know who that was, or was it
I
related,
think-
or was it like a flip side of that guy?
I don't think it was.
what
a
if
g-
that energy's gonna hurt that ghost now because you left and you're not
Maybe
there to
that's
protect
why
it?
he's upset.
That's. I don't think it had anything to do with the.
you
So
gotta help him get out of there.
the way I believe.
You gotta help you have to help the miner pass on. Like you have to help him get out of there. He's
I don't.
stuck.
I don't think you can do that stuff.
You can't. I've been trying for 11 years.
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
think some people can, but
I think some people can, but I think you have to have an
No, 'cause
attachment
I've had like
to them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've had like full Wiccans and friends and like you know what I mean. Like I've had people come over and like, no, Veronica, like she literally like freaking. We've done like a lot of cleanses in my house.
And
so
it still isn't working.
So like very similar. I was like I rented the house for a year. My roommate Kaylee, and we came from a house on Eureka Street that was like super creepy, but like just old creepy. Nothing ever happened. And
Yeah.
We just like joked about things happening. Nothing ever happened. We got a small house in Beachview. This dude Ed owned it before us, and his wife had passed in the house, and we knew his wife had passed in the house, but he just said she was sick, and like they were young. We just thought like she was sick. She had cancer. Like we didn't know. Like I had no idea. No one ever talked about it. We rented it for a year from him, and then he was like, listen, like, I don't want the house. Like, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Like, I'm moving anyways. I'm getting remarried. Like, please buy it. Bought the house. Second we bought the house, like, shit started happening. It was like, none of it was, like, bad. Like, we were still getting mail.
Mhm.
Same stuff.
Mhm.
for the girl who had passed. She was only
Yeah.
like 25 when she passed.
Ugh.
Wow.
So we were like 21, 22 moving in.
Yeah.
And we're getting like mail from her. We just had Biggie as a puppy, and my roommate had her German Shepherd puppy, Keisha. We had just moved in, and we were getting her mail from like the Humane Society because she was a dog walker and a volunteer. And like the house is advertised as like dog park in the backyard, and like we bought it for that reason because it's like a huge yard, small house. So we on camera would see the dogs like playing with rope toys, like with no one around, and like the rope tie like on camera,
Would
like
be hold-
straight
like,
in the air, and like,
what?
but nothing. Oh god, this microphone. Nothing bad. Like nothing bad ever happened. Like sink water turns on every now and then, and like
What?
Aaron at the time would always be like, "Listen, like it's still an older house. Like faucets turn, move, bolts get loose, whatever." He'd always like come up with like a reason, and Kaylee and I are always like, "All right." Her name was Amanda, so we'd always just talk to her,
Yeah.
like a person.
Yeah.
Be nice.
That's all we always did, and like we knew she liked the dogs, and I'd always be like, "Going to work, like keep an eye on Biggie," and like leave, and like, but it happened, and this is like. I don't like to tell dog sitters when they stay at my house because I really like to hear.
Yeah.
If they know.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how she died. So same thing. I was like outside, and the mailman came up to me, and he was like, "It's just like yesterday. I used to talk to her all the time." And then like him and my neighbor like pulled her down because she hung herself in the basement. And like so I'm there for like
She didn't
years
die
and
of cancer
no,
in there.
like I thought like everyone around us, our neighbors were all like, "She's sick." And like it's mentally sick, you know what I mean? But no one knew how
Yeah.
to say it to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So like I've owned this house
God.
now. Like I've been there since 2011, but I've owned
Never
it for
coming
4 years
over.
now, and I never knew it. No one's ever gonna dog sit for me ever fucking
Never.
again. My dog sitter Shannon has like people it like fucks with it. Like people, I don't think it's just this one ghost. I think there's
Yeah,
other things
sure.
happening. Like I think kid ghosts play more tricks than like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of things like I had scented pine cones on a mantelpiece that no one could even get to. They couldn't have fallen, and they were like in her purse when she got home from dog sitting my one dog. And just like dumb shit that's like not scary, just like
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
But Aaron did not believe in this ghost. Has lived in the house as long as me. Like does not believe. Like he doesn't like to talk about it. Like it's not that he doesn't believe in these things. Like he's just like it's not respectable to talk about it because like obviously she had problems. So like
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here and talk about it and tell people about it, and I get that. So we were all hanging out last year and having a bonfire, and he starts telling like Sierra and a couple people that like he was listening to a song about like a metal song about like kicking the chair out from under you, and like his fucking tool bench fell over,
Oh my god.
and that's like
That's
where
not
she
something that can
did
even just
it.
fall.
No, and like he said like that was like the moment that he was like,
This is real.
and like he turned the song off, and like
Oh my
instant tears.
God.
like creepy, like don't film me crying, bro.
Yeah.
God.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
wild. I never knew
Yeah.
that. And now I
And like
probably
Rach
will-
just stayed at my house with my dogs, and like they didn't have any problems, but like it's definitely
And the dogs know because they play with her.
the dogs love it.
Yeah.
The dogs
and they're
love
in,
it.
They're in the basement too,
Yeah.
right?
Yep,
So-
like all the foster dogs are in the basement.
Wow.
Creepy as
Yeah.
fuck. Creepy as
I just found her sister's Facebook the other day, and I didn't know what she
God.
looked like for the first time until recently. Now it's like a whole new ball game.
Does
Oh,
it, like,
you're gonna fucking
correlate?
see her now.
Don't say that
You're
on
gonna
live.
fucking
Correlate
see her
with
now.
what you've
I'm like
seen or anything?
manifesting it. Fuck. Yeah, I haven't seen. I've
God.
never seen anything in that house though, like ever.
Just shit moves.
Not
and-
yet.
I had an
yeah.
apartment in Rochester that me and an ex-boyfriend lived in, and this old dude fell to the bottom of the stairs and like cracked his head and died in the stairway. And they like straight up told us when we moved in, his name was Dick, and you try to turn the TV on, and then we had it at the bottom of the staircase. It was like a weird awning loft townhouse thing, and it would never turn on right away. So my roommate Asia at the time would always be like, "Dick, get the fuck out of the way," and then the TV would turn on every single time. We had to
Oh my
say it
God.
every single time to turn the TV on.
Wow.
I
Kind
sound
of
like
love that.
I sound like a crazy person. But I'm not
I don't
mad
think
about
so.
Well,
it. I love ghosts.
everyone here believes it. So.
Yeah. You don't have any fun ghost stories?
Not really. I mean, like,
You're not a real believer.
you know, Brittany could sense things like that.
Yeah.
Just going places with her,
Ugh.
like, someplace in the strip that's now Franklin Interiors Zero had a photo shoot for a calendar, which was cool. But as soon as she got in, like you said, it was just really loud and like
Yep.
could tell something went on. And I'm sure it was in the strip, so like
Yeah.
some factory type thing went on there. I'm sure people died or were
creepy
sick or
buildings.
something like that. We went to Chicago to see Frank Lloyd Wright stuff in his studio. She said she could like there's this crib where they used to have their kid and like rock and stuff, and she said she could sense that. And I tried taking pictures of things and nothing came out of
kid
it.
ghosts are
But
so much creepier
Yeah.
than adult ghosts.
Yeah, it was. We think that my dad haunted us after he died.
I'm gonna haunt the fuck out of everybody. when
I hope you haunt the
die.
fuck. I'll be like,
Like I can't.
I'll be like, come home and my whiskey's empty. I'm like, Allie, what the fuck? Like,
That's my favorite thing to do. Like
Yeah.
I'm not confrontational. I like don't enjoy getting in
Just
fights
little
or
things
punching
here and
people.
Yeah.
there.
But I'm like, oh, listen, bitch. You come for me, I will haunt your ass when I
Fuck.
die. I'll purposely
Haunt that
kill
guy
myself
from
so I
Beer
can come
Fest.
back and haunt your ass. Like, fuck with this. Fuck with this.
That's fucking sick. Oh shit. All right. Well, it's about the length of the podcast. Normally, anything else you want to talk about today?
No, I got nothing.
watch out for motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out for motorcycles, guys.
And cyclists.
Stop texting and fucking driving. It's
Pay attention.
2021.
Probably
Get
a
over
pretty
it.
good. Yeah.
I have to shout out Enzo and Josh Conroy because they asked. No
Okay.
one else did. So
Oh shit. Also,
your loss.
yeah. Happy 70th birthday, Dad.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
All
I
right.
hope he doesn't listen to this.
Cool. Well, this has been a great depression. Make sure you come check us out at Beer Fest, Biggies Bullies, this Friday at Stage AE. Joey and I are wearing fucking go-go outfits. Come get beer from us. Come buy sick merch and support Biggies Bullies.
They're literally American Apparel booty shorts.
Perfect.
It's gonna
All
be,
right.
It's going to be great.
Awesome. Thank you both for coming on so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you both. This has been a great depression. We are now in your brains.
What's the messing? How you been?